Before we dive into freeform drawing, let's explore the specifics of path editing. Every artwork created in the Amadine app is basically a number of paths. These paths can be opened or closed. They may also have what is called fill and a stroke. A closed path is the one that begins and ends exactly at the same point. Moreover, such path should be deliberately created as a closed one. Otherwise, the path is not closed, even if you cannot see a gap between the ends. Shapes like rectangles, ovals, or polygons that you can create using Amadine tools are based on closed paths. The app has tools to turn a closed path into an open one and vice versa. Let's see what the leaf is made of in the document accompanying this lesson. It has a border of one color and an inner part filled with a different color. You can change these colors and other properties in the Appearance panel. The Appearance panel lets you add multiple strokes to create an object's border. The Fill option lets us color the whole object. We can add as many strokes and fills as needed. Two main tools for editing paths are Selection and Pen tools. We'll start out with the Selection tool. Once this tool is activated, tapping on a shape will display every anchor point of the path that defines the shape. In our case, tap on the leaf. A part of the path between two anchor points is called a segment. The location of each anchor point defines the shape of the path. Relocating anchor points will let you easily reshape objects. Alternatively, you can reshape an object by dragging its segments at any point, if you enable the corresponding mode in the control bar. Selecting an anchor point will display its direction lines. These small handles define the way the path passes through the anchor point. If we rotate a direction line using its handle, we'll see how the path bends in one or another direction. By extending or shortening a direction line, we change the curvature of the path. You might have noticed that when we rotate one handle, the opposite one rotates too. Thanks to this, the path passes the anchor point smoothly. In this case, the anchor point is called the smooth point. Note that it is possible to rotate direction lines separately if you press and hold one finger during this operation. This helps to adjust each segment of the path individually. Since the two segments can form an angle, thus anchor point is called corner point. Another way to change the type of an anchor point is to use the Convert buttons in the control bar. Here we also have controls that allow to delete the selected point or points, cut the path at the selected point, and connect selected points. Let's have a look now at additional path editing capabilities that are available with the Pen tool. Once we activate it, the set of tools in the control bar changes accordingly. Again, the path has to be selected if we want to modify it using the Pen tool. Otherwise, you will draw a new path from scratch. You can tap on an anchor point to select it, or drag it to move to another location. If a path is opened and consequently has free ends, you can add more segments to the path or close it. Select the path, switch to the Pen tool, and tap on one of its endpoints. Then tap again to add another segment or segments. If you tap on the second endpoint, the path will close. Pay attention to a set of additional tools available in the control bar. Here we have tools for adding and removing anchor points to a selected path, and a tool to convert points to smooth or corner points. These tools selected in the control bar ignore other operations that can be performed with the path and execute only a specific task they were designed for. Say, if you activate Add Point tool, you will only be able to add points to the selected path, without risk of deleting or modifying anything. Let's have a look at the Convert tool. Once it is selected, tapping on any smooth point on the path will convert it to a corner point. But if you want to convert it back to a smooth point, You should tap on it and drag to pull direction lines out of it. The Convert tool always splits direction lines and operates each of them individually. Now, once you've grasped the basics of path editing, go ahead and try to edit the graphic in the sample document.